Let's get started with our first news. Conor McGregor has been granted permission to serve legal papers to Sky News for defamation, after the outlet allegedly called him a rapist following a civil court case where he was found liable for sexual assault. A judge in Ireland approved the move on Thursday, stemming from an alleged incident outside a courthouse in November 2024. Conor had just been found liable in a civil suit filed by Nikita Hand, who accused him of sexually assaulting her in a Dublin hotel back in 2018. Although no criminal charges were ever filed, a jury ruled in Hand's favor, ordering Conor to pay £26,000 plus legal fees. Conor's lawyers claim that during a media scrum after the verdict, a Sky News reporter approached him and said, "Excuse me, Mr. McGregor, you are a rapist," which triggered the defamation claim. With the one-year deadline to file the lawsuit approaching, the judge allowed the case to proceed, with all paperwork to be completed by Friday. This lawsuit marks the latest legal drama for Conor after he was initially found liable in the civil case over the alleged sexual assault. Conor eventually filed an appeal, which was also rejected by the courts. Now he is taking the fight directly to the news outlet in Ireland, seeking justice for what his team claims were false and damaging statements. This development adds another chapter to Conor's controversial legal history, highlighting the high-profile nature of his battles both inside and outside the octagon. The case will continue to draw attention as legal proceedings unfold, with fans and media closely watching how the defamation claim against Sky News progresses. Conor McGregor is now moving forward, determined to protect his reputation and challenge what he claims were untrue and harmful allegations made in the public eye. Move on to another news. Dricus du Plessis has shared his thoughts on JDM's loss to Islam Makhachev, comparing the fight to his own bout with Hamza Chimaev. Speaking on a recent episode of Fight Forecast, DDP broke down the action and highlighted what JDM could have done differently to shift the momentum in his favor. Yeah, we called it last week, and I knew it was going to be a tough fight. It just seemed like Islam had an answer for every single thing JDM threw at him. If you look at that fight, it kind of looked a lot like the fight with myself and Jama. These guys have a style that really needs to be figured out, and that's just the way the sport goes. Over the whole history of the UFC, we've seen eras where certain styles dominate, and right now, the Russian-style wrestlers, especially, have something above the rest when it comes to controlling the opponent on the floor. Of course, with JDM, I do believe he had some moments of brilliance in terms of his game plan. When he got his shots off, especially in the clinch, he showed flashes of skill and power. I think he should have initiated the clinch a bit more, because when they were standing at range, he was very tentative to throw, clearly worried about the takedown. But the problem was, he gets taken down anyway. Another key factor was his front leg. Islam's team noticed it and executed perfectly, targeting that leg and controlling the pace of the fight. It was smart strategy and flawlessly executed by Islam. So, all in all, it was a great performance by Islam, a totally dominant showing. DDP emphasized that these kinds of matchups require not just skill, but also adaptation. The fighter who figures out the opponent's style first usually has the advantage. JDM had the talent and the moments of brilliance, but Islam was just too composed, too prepared, and too relentless in implementing his game plan. DDP concluded that while JDM had his opportunities, it was a perfect storm of strategy, execution, and wrestling mastery from Islam that led to the decisive outcome. In the end, Dricus made it clear that fights like this are lessons for everyone in the UFC. Styles, strategy, and timing all matter, and right now, Islam Makhachev is proving to be at the very top of his game. Move on to another news. Nick Diaz may be in serious trouble again, as his girlfriend shared a cryptic message on Thursday, hinting at alarming circumstances surrounding him. According to her post, Nick is allegedly being held against his will in a foreign country, raising major concerns about his safety and well-being. It has now been a full year since he reportedly traveled to Mexico for rehab, and questions are mounting about what has really been happening behind the scenes. In her post, she emphasized that Nick Diaz is a U.S. citizen and that the United States is his home country, giving him all the rights and protections that come with that status. Citizenship, she noted, is the ultimate protection, As a U.S. citizen, Nick has the right to enter and reside in the United States freely, and she stressed that the U.S. government has a responsibility to protect him. She made it clear that Nick is not a foreigner fleeing his home country. Rather, he is a citizen who has been the victim of a crime that was partly committed on U.S. soil, and he has reportedly been held in a foreign country for the past 12 months. Her message was a heartfelt call for help, urging anyone with resources to reach out and assist both her and Nick in resolving this situation. The post painted a picture of urgency and highlighted the serious nature of the circumstances, making it clear that Nick's rights as a citizen are being compromised and that immediate attention is needed. This situation adds another layer of drama to Nick Diaz's tumultuous history, as fans and followers watch closely, concerned for his safety. The allegations, if true, suggest a complicated legal and personal struggle abroad, one that could require intervention and support from both authorities and the MMA community. Nick Diaz has always been a fighter both in and out of the octagon, but this situation presents a different kind of battle, one that involves his freedom and protection as a citizen. As this story develops, the focus remains on ensuring that Nick receives the help and support he needs, and that those responsible for any wrongdoing are held accountable. The coming weeks will likely reveal more details, but for now, the situation is being closely monitored by fans and the media alike, as everyone hopes for a safe resolution for Nick Diaz. Move on to another news. Arman showed once again that he is a serious lightweight title threat at UFC Fight Night 265, delivering an impressive performance against Dan Hooker. After pulling out of a January title shot, Arman finally made his octagon return on Saturday at AHBA Arena in Doha, Qatar, and he did not disappoint. The fight ended in the second round, with Arman securing a submission victory over Hooker, proving he is back and ready to contend at 155 pounds. This win not only boosted his record to 23-3 MMA, 10-2 UFC, but also solidified his position in the lightweight championship mix. Hooker, now 24-13 MMA, 14-9 UFC, fought hard, but Arman's skill, precision, and timing were just too much to overcome. The MMA community quickly reacted to Arman's dominant performance, taking to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share their excitement and admiration. Fans and fighters alike praised his comeback, noting that he looked sharp, confident, and fully prepared to challenge the division's elite. One fan simply wrote, "Arman looks great right now, capturing the general sentiment of the night." This victory is crucial for Arman as he rebuilds momentum toward a potential title shot. It shows that even after stepping away from a previous opportunity, he remains focused, disciplined, and capable of handling top-tier competition. The lightweight division is stacked, but Arman's combination of grappling, striking, and octagon IQ makes him a dangerous contender for anyone in the 155-pound category. Arman's performance at UFC Qatar is a statement to the entire lightweight division. He is back, he is dangerous, and he is ready to fight for the championship. Fans and fighters alike will be keeping a close eye on his next move, as this victory puts him squarely in the conversation for future title contention. The MMA world is buzzing, and Arman's star continues to rise. Move on to another news. Belal Muhammad has shifted his stance on a potential fight with Islam Makhachev, showing that he is willing to put previous relationships aside to reclaim his position at the top of the welterweight division. Earlier this year, Muhammad had dismissed the idea of facing someone he had trained with in the past, claiming he would rather vacate his title and move up to middleweight than fight Makhachev. Since his loss at UFC 315, Muhammad has been motivated to prove that he is still a major contender in the title picture. Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev, who has a past connection with Muhammad, defeated JDM to become the new 170-pound champion. With the roles now reversed, Remember the Name appears ready to reconsider, recognizing that ambition and the pursuit of being the best in the world can outweigh personal history. Immediately after JDM beat Muhammad in May to capture the welterweight belt, it was clear that Makhachev would be moving up a division. The Russian fighter might have remained at lightweight and defended his title if Muhammad had held onto the belt. Muhammad previously insisted that a fight with Makhachev would be off-limits due to their training relationship. However, with a big fight on November 22nd, potentially positioning him as a top contender for the new welterweight champion, Muhammad's perspective has evolved. In a recent interview with TMZ Sports, he indicated that nothing is off the table if it helps him regain his spot as the top fighter in the division. Obviously, for myself now, when you look too much into the future, you look past what's in front of you. We did that last fight. This fight, we're only looking at Ian Machado Gary, and then after that, you can talk to me Sunday, Muhammad explained. When asked about the prospect of facing Makhachev, he added, "Yeah, for me, you're in the sport to be the best in the world." Belal Muhammad's shift signals a renewed focus and determination. While past relationships and previous decisions once guided his choices, he now seems fully committed to pursuing the path that could lead him back to championship contention. The MMA world will be watching closely as he navigates this new chapter, with the potential for a high-stakes showdown against Islam Makhachev looming on the horizon. This change demonstrates Muhammad's relentless drive to prove he belongs at the very top of the welterweight division. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev could be facing another fighter that he has history with for his next title defense. Following UFC 322 last weekend, Kamaru Usman emerged as Islam's preferred opponent for his first defense of the welterweight title. This potential matchup has sparked interest, not only because of the high stakes, but also due to the history and dynamic between the two fighters. Footage from the past has shown that Usman and Islam have shared a good relationship, appearing friendly and respectful toward one another. Despite this, a fight between them would carry the intensity of a title clash, as both men aim to assert dominance in the division. Ali Abdelaziz, who manages both Islam and Usman, provided insight into why this matchup could realistically happen, explaining the relationships involved. Khabib and Kamaru, they're very good friends. Islam doesn't have the same relationship with him. Listen, Kamaru loves Islam. There's nothing personal. He said, "Islam makes me nervous. I really want to compete against him." Abdelaziz shared, highlighting that the desire to fight comes from respect, competition, and the drive to challenge oneself against the best. While Usman brings legacy and experience to the table, making him a credible and high-profile challenger, the conversation has also sparked debate among fans and analysts. Many believe that the younger contenders in the welterweight division deserve the next title shot, as they represent the future of the division and could bring fresh energy and new challenges for Islam. The potential matchup with Usman offers an intriguing storyline, combining personal history, competitive respect, and the pursuit of championship glory. Both fighters have proven themselves at the highest levels, and a clash between them would not only test their skills, but also their strategic approaches, mental toughness, and ability to adapt under pressure. As discussions continue, and the UFC plans the next steps for the welterweight division, the MMA world will be watching closely. Islam Makhachev has the opportunity to defend his title against a respected opponent while solidifying his legacy. And Kamaru Usman is eager to prove that his experience, skill, and determination remain unmatched. This potential matchup promises to be a thrilling contest, blending history, respect, and the hunger for championship supremacy. Move on to another news. Tensions are heating up again between Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria in Qatar, and the UFC might want to put security on high alert. These two fighters are no strangers to heated scrums. Back during UFC London Fight Week in 2022, Pimblett bounced a hand sanitizer bottle off Ilia's head after the Georgian fighter approached him. Several months later, security had to step in and separate them during a UFC 282 press conference. Most recently, Pimblett defied UFC higher-ups and jumped into the cage following Ilia's win at UFC 317, which ended with Ilia shoving Pimblett and fans clamoring to see the two finally fight. Despite some amicable run-ins in the past, their latest encounter in Qatar quickly escalated. Pimblett was there cornering teammates Luke Riley and Shem Rock, while Ilia attended for his brother Alexandre Topuria's second UFC fight. As Ilia and his team approached the hotel entrance, he greeted Pimblett with, "What's up, bro?" Video via Colmenero MA. Pimblett, giving Ilia a thumbs up, replied, "What's happening? You all right?" The exchange seemed innocuous, but Ilia took offense, possibly interpreting it as a reference to Pimblett's prior comments accusing him of refusing to sign a contract to fight. Whatever the reason, Ilia was clearly annoyed, quickly firing back, "Peace SY." Pimblett attempted to defuse the moment, replying, "Come on, chorizo, calm down." Though the two never got more than 20 feet apart, security swiftly intervened, with 3 large men blocking Pimblett from following Ilia into the hotel. The tension in Qatar underscores why a Paddy versus Ilia fight has become such a high-interest bout. Pimblett's history of war of words and in-cage shoving matches positions him as a big-money fight option for Ilia, as the lightweight champion awaits UFC's decision on his next opponent. While Justin Gaethje was the early favorite for the next title shot, a strong performance from Arman could put him back in the mix for a January showdown. Pimblett knows he needs to make waves, reignite interest in a fight with Ilia, and generate drama outside the cage, as that's the real draw for fans. If Paddy wants a shot at the title, he has to bring his baddie energy and create a spectacle. Otherwise, he risks being passed over. Security better stay alert, because this rivalry is far from cooling down.